Yo, what up? Let's get right into it. So today I'm going to pick who I think's going to be the champion in every single division by the end of 2025. Now, I'm not going to do the women's divisions, just the men's. I don't really care about the women's divisions. Maybe I'll do a 3-hour podcast on that. But let's start straight away into the flyweight division. We have Alexandre Pantoja as the blockhead champion. This guy's a blockhead. Doesn't get rocked. He's fighting Kai France next. Easy win for Pantoja. Kai France is a bum, dude. He's going to come in here with his little midget body, throwing overhands. Even if he lands on Pantoja, Kai France is just going to break his hand and then fold. Pantoja's a beast. So that's probably going to be the next shot. And then I guess Brandon Moreno's fighting, who's he fighting? Steve Erceg next. So the winner of that could get a title shot. But man, Pantoja has beaten everybody. Pretty much everybody in the top 10, or a lot of people in the top 10. Tim Elliott is still number 10? What the hell? Okay, so Pantoja, yeah, he's going to beat everybody. He's already beaten Brandon Royval twice, maybe 3 times. Brandon Moreno at least twice. He's going to beat Kai France. I guess I could see Manal Cap maybe getting a title shot since he's coming off a pretty good win streak. Just beat Almabayev. He looked amazing in that fight. He has little boobs on his chest now too, so that'll probably help him in a fight against Pantoja. But Pantoja beats everybody. This is an easy prediction. The only other option I could see is Pantoja moving up to the bantamweight division. But Dana White did say champions are going to have to vacate their belt if they want to move up now. I don't know if that's going to hold up. But either way, I think Pantoja is going to defend his belt against Kai France. Is he going to defend it again by the end of the year? If he does, maybe it's Manal Cop. I see him beating everybody in the top 5, top 6, top 10, top 15. The whole flyweight division. So I'm going to take Pantoja to be the flyweight champ by the end of 2025. That's an easy pick. Let's move on to the bantamweight division. I think this one might be an easy pick as well. We have Sean O'Malley coming in for the rematch. That's what they're talking about. I think it's ridiculous. Sean O'Malley's not a superstar. I hate that the UFC and Dana White try to push these guys who they think are superstars. They're not superstars. Sean O'Malley has great striking. He's a pretty good fighter in the cage. But he's an absolute bum on the mic. He doesn't have any aura. He's just like a social media stoner. And all of his fans, he has a big social media following. His fans have to be like 16-year-old kids without dads. And they look up to Sean O'Malley. I swear that's his fan base. So Sean O'Malley's a bum. Merab's gonna knock him out, dude, in his next fight. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, listen, I knock out Sean O'Malley. Listen, hey, why you go, Umar, yeah, so Merab's going to beat everybody. I think Umar could get the next title shot after that. They're actually calling for the rematch as well. So there's just a bunch of rematches going on right now. I think Merab did say he wanted to be very busy this year. He wanted to defend his belt 3 or 4 times, I think he said. So I'd guess it'd be Sean O'Malley next. Easy win for Merab. He's going to kill that little clown. And then we have Umar Nurmagomedov in a rematch. That was a close fight. I think that's the only guy I could see beating Merab Dvalishvili. But I'm going to take Merab to beat him in the rematch as well. People are crying that Umar broke his hand in that first fight. So what? I'm going to take Merab to beat Umar as well. Is he going to defend again, though? I mean, if he is going to fight 4 times, he would defend against someone else. I guess it could be like the winner of Corey Sandhagen. No. I think it's going to be, well, it could be the winner of Corey Sandhagen and Davison Figueiredo. Or it could be Piotr Jan. But again, I see Merab beating all of these guys. So this is another easy pick. But things are going to get a little more interesting. So let's move on to the featherweight division. We have Ilia Topuria vacating his belt. We have a vacant title. Alexander Volkanovski versus Diego Lopes for the vacant belt. Personally, I have Diego Lopes beating Alexander Volkanovski. I know, dude. I hope Volk wins because I think it would be awesome. He would make history by being the first guy over 35 years of age in the lighter weight classes to get a title. But man, he's coming off 2 brutal KOs. He's 36. In the featherweight division. He's still going to be really good, really skilled. He's going to be more skilled than Diego Lopes, but Diego Lopes has power and he's fast and he's huge. I don't know how Diego Lopes makes the division. I don't know how so many guys make their weight classes. Diego Lopes is massive. So I think he's going to knock out Volkanovski, but I think Movsar Evloev will get the next title shot after that. He needs to get the next title shot. I don't want it to happen. I think he's kind of a boring fighter, but it's probably going to happen. So the winner of Volkanovski and Lopes, are they going to defend their belt by the end of the year? If it's Volkanovski, yes. Volkanovski's very active. That's why I love him as a champion. Diego Lopes is also pretty active. I think that he would probably defend it by the end of the year. So who's going to be champion by the end of 2025? I'm going to take Diego Lopes. I think Diego Lopes is going to beat Alexander Volkanovski, and I think he's going to beat Movsar Evloev the second time around. That would be a rematch. Evloev did beat Diego Lopes on short notice. Diego Lopes came in on short notice, but it was a pretty competitive fight. Diego Lopes has gotten better since then. I think he's going to be just a lot more ready for the next fight. So I think it's going to be between Diego Lopes and Movsar Evloev of who's going to be champion by the end of 2025 in the featherweight division. And I think it's going to be Diego Lopes. So that's going to be my prediction. But let's move on to the lightweight division. We have Islam Makhachev taking on somebody soon. We're not sure yet. I think this is going to get interesting, though, because we have so many things happening. Justin Gaethje just got a win. Dana White already said he's in title contention after one win in a row against Fiziev, who's ranked number 11. Man, they just want to do rematches all over. I want the lightweight division to get a little mixed up here. We always have Justin Gaethje. We always have Dustin Poirier, Charles Oliveira. All these guys are always at the top. They're always getting title shots after one win. So yeah, I think Justin Gaethje, hate it or not, I think he's going to get the next title shot. Dana White is going to pull up and he's going to say, we got a sick fight coming up. We have Justin Gaethje going up against Islam Makhachev. Justin Gaethje, the most violent man in the UFC. And then everybody's going to say, what the hell is going on here? So yeah, I bet that happens. But I think Islam Makhachev loses to Justin Gaethje. No, I don't think so. I think Justin Gaethje, another easy loss. Man. So the lightweight division's a little convoluted, but I think what's going to happen, the way Ilia Topuria is talking, it sounds like he's going to fight Conor McGregor or like Bilal Muhammad or Francis Ngannou. Like the way he's talking, he said we're not going to believe his next fight when they announce it. I think that the fight against Islam Makhachev and Ilia Topuria will end up happening this year. I mean, the UFC needs to make fights like these. We don't get fights like these very often. The UFC needs to make these fights when they're available. Like this would be one of the biggest fights. This is probably the biggest fight outside of Tom Aspinall and John Jones that the UFC could make. And if they miss this opportunity this year, it might not ever happen. I mean, Islam Makhachev has expressed wanting to go up to welterweight. So they need to make this fight. I hope Ilia Topuria and Islam Makhachev fight or takes place sometime this year. So I would take Islam Makhachev. He's not a very active champion, though. So if he beats Justin Gaethje and takes like 3 years off, he's not very active, but I hope he fights by the end of the year. But I'm going to say that Ilia Topuria is going to be the next lightweight champion. I think that's a 50-50 fight. The way that Volkanovski had a lot of success in the first fight with Makhachev, I think that Ilia Topuria is going to be able to take advantage of a lot of the weaknesses of Islam Makhachev. He has tons of power. So, yeah, I don't know. I think Charles Oliveira could fight Ilia Topuria. I would say Ilia wins that fight. It could be Dustin Poirier and Ilia Topuria. That would be the winner of that fight could get a title shot. Like, who knows what's going to happen? There's a lot of good guys in the lightweight division. It's a stacked division. But I think Islam Makhachev beats pretty much everybody. I think the only unknown, the one that I wouldn't be confident in, is the Islam Makhachev and Ilia Topuria fight. But I'm going to take Ilia Topuria. So I think that he's going to be the champion by the end of 2025 in the lightweight division. Let's move on to the welterweight division. We have Bilal Muhammad as the current welterweight champion. God, I hope somebody beats this guy, this freaking big-nosed freak. Jack Della Maddalena is getting the next title shot. No one saw that coming. I didn't see it coming. Man, I would love to see Jack Della Maddalena as the welterweight champion, but I don't think he has the wrestling chops to be able to withstand Bilal's pressure and his wrestling, his chain wrestling. So I think Bilal Muhammad's going to win that fight. The other options that we could see in this division, I think it's going to be Shavkat Rakhmonov. He's probably going to get the title shot after. He was already supposed to fight Bilal Muhammad. Bilal Muhammad had to drop out of that fight. So then we got Shavkat versus Ian Gary. That was a close fight, man. I think at first, before the Ian Gary fight, I was going to take Shavkat Rakhmonov to beat Bilal Muhammad. But now I'm a little more concerned because Shavkat, I thought he was going to be able to do a lot better against Ian Gary. Maybe Ian Gary is just a lot better than I thought. But what I like about Shavkat Rakhmonov, he's going to come forward. He's not going to care about Bilal's wrestling. He has way more power. He's way taller than Bilal Muhammad. Screw it, dude. I'm going to take Shavkat Rakhmonov to brutally elbow Bilal's face off and become the welterweight champion. So I think Bilal Muhammad's going to defend it against Jack Della. And then Shavkat Rakhmonov is going to beat Bilal later in the year. And even if Jack Della did beat Bilal Muhammad, I still think Shavkat would probably beat Jack Della Maddalena. So I'm going to take Shavkat Rakhmonov to be the welterweight champion by the end of the year. Let's move on to the middleweight division. We have Dricus du Plessis, mate. I like this guy, dude. Dricus du Plessis. He is a big-bodied, handsome dude. He's funny. He's great on the mic. I love this guy. I am a little nervous for him, though, because he's going to be fighting Khamzat Chimaev. Now, this fight against Khamzat Chimaev, I think it's going to be the same thing we always say in every fight. Either Khamzat gets the finish in round 1, or someone takes him into the later rounds and maybe finishes him, maybe wins by decision, because Khamzat doesn't seem to have the best cardio. He kind of comes out guns a-blazing in the first round, tries to take people down, tries to choke them out, goes for the finish, uses a lot of energy, but I think he's going to tire out, and I think Dricus du Plessis is going to beat Khamzat Chimaev. I'm guessing that fight's going to happen maybe in the summertime. That seems like a good timeline. But man, so I think Dricus is going to beat Khamzat. And the question is he going to defend his belt again by the end of the year? Maybe in December, November, something like that. But who would get the next title shot? I think it's going to be Nasruddin Imavov. He just beat Israel Adesanya. He's coming off he has a huge win streak. And dude, I think Nasruddin Imavov is a really hard matchup for Dricus du Plessis. I think it's a really hard matchup. He's big. He has great striking, great grappling. His cardio is okay. It's not the best. I think he can get tired in the later rounds. But we know, dude, Dricus du Plessis is just going to push forward. I don't know how this guy does it. He looks exhausted in his fights. Mouth open, breathing hard. He looks like he's 300 pounds of pure muscle. He looks like he's cut out of freaking marble, like those statues of those guys with the marbled abs and everything. But this is a tough fight. So I think I'm going to take Dricus du Plessis to bury everybody. Dricus du Plessis is an amazing champion. Nobody's beating him. Nasruddin Imavov is going to get folded in that fight. Khamzat Chimaev is going to tire out and get choked out by Dricus du Plessis. And Dricus du Plessis is going to be the champion by the end of 2025. He's probably going to be the champion by the end of 2026. He's probably going to be the light heavyweight champion. Maybe he'll move down in weight. He's going to be the welterweight champion. This guy is going to be the champion of every division by the end of 2026. But no, seriously, I'm going to take Dricus du Plessis to be the champion by the end of 2026 or at the end of 2025 in the middleweight division. Let's move on to the light heavyweight division, sorry. I'm going to take I'm going to think about it here. We have Magomed Ankalaev, probably going to defend his belt in a rematch. He just beat Alex Pereira. There's already talks of a rematch. Sounds like it's going to happen. My guess would be in October in Abu Dhabi, probably in October. So I think Alex Pereira and Magomed Ankalaev rematch. And then, so it's going to be basically whoever wins the rematch is going to be the champion by the end of 2025. Magomed Ankalaev will never take a short notice fight. That just seems to be, they're going to be there. Yeah, he's not going to take a short notice fight. He doesn't know anything about stepping up, man, on short notice. I'm a little salty from the loss that just happened. But I'm going to take Magomed Ankalaev to beat Alex Pereira. I did not like how Pereira looked in that fight. He was backing up. I think Pereira, if he can come in here and pressure more and just go for more risks, he needs to risk getting knocked out because we saw him get rocked, and I think he was too hesitant on the feet. He hit Ankalaev in the head like 12 times only, and he spammed a bunch of low kicks, some body kicks. But Magomed Ankalaev could make this next fight look even easier. So I think it's going to be another close fight. I don't think it's going to be like a domination like some people are saying. Some people thought the last fight was a domination. It wasn't a domination. It was a clear win for Ankalaev. But I'm going to take him to be the champion by the end of 2025. And I think this guy could reign for a long time. Yuri Prochazka would be an interesting fight. But I think he would get hit too many times. Jamal Hill, bum. Alexander Rakic, bum. Olberg. We'll see him in a title shot in 3 years. Actually, probably not 3 years. We'll probably see him in a title shot next year because there's not very many guys. This is a terrible division. If you look at the rankings, this is a terrible division. So let's move on to the heavyweight division. We have Tom Aspinall as the undisputed champ. We have Jon Jones in the heavyweight division. Who knows what this guy is up to? Dana White is making it seem like this fight's going to happen between Jon Jones and Tom Aspinall, but I'm not buying it. I don't think it's going to happen. Even though he's saying it's going to happen, Jon Jones is going to play his little games. He's going to ask for like $1 billion for this fight, and then he's going to go on to fight like Jamal Hill and knock him out, and then everyone's going to call him the GOAT. It's stupid. But I'm going to take Tom Aspinall to be the champion by the end of 2025. If this fight does happen, I'm going to take Tom Aspinall to beat Jon Jones by a dominant win. knockout. He's going to knock him out and submit him all at the same time. Jon Jones is a bum. I hope he retires after that. Get him out of the sport. He's holding up the division. God, I can't stand Jon Jones. PED cheat. Holding up the division. Fat. Bum. Woman beater. Yeah, so Tom Aspinall is going to be the champion. If he beats Jon Jones in the summer, which he is, then I guess they could give a title shot to like Cyril Gane or something by the end of the year. I don't see Tom Aspinall losing to anybody in the heavyweight division. The heavyweight division is a bunch of scrubs, dude. You have Shamil Gaziev as the number 11 guy in the rankings. Derek Lewis is still number 9. Tai Tuivasa is still number 10. Sergey Spivak is still number 7. Marcin Tybura, dude, is number 8. Like, this heavyweight division is terrible. So Tom Aspinall is going to continue to be the undisputed champion by the end of 2025. So yeah, those are my picks for who's going to be champion by the end of 2025 in each weight class. Let me know if you disagree with any of them. Let me know if you agree with any of them. Please comment down in the video below. It's good for the algorithm. Please like the video if you have a second. And please subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. Peace.